You want to get out of here? We've got you. During Expedia Travel Week, save 20% or more on thousands of hotels. Just book now through June 12th to plan your escape with Expedia. Expedia. It matters who you travel with.
That's right, everyone. It matters who you travel with. And today we are so excited. Welcome to our first ever Expedia Travel Week event. We've got three of our very best partners with us today: AMA Waterways, Carnival Cruise Lines, and Norwegian Cruise Line. And we are here to talk Travel Week. Travel Week is a very timely event. For those of you in North America, we all know it's been a long go, and we are getting close, and in many cases are ready to start traveling again. And even more exciting is that cruise is on the next up list, and cruising begins in June, July, August, September, right through the summer and fall. The cruise ships will be coming online right around North America and the rest of the world, and we cannot wait. So today, we are going to tell you what's happening with these three exciting brands. Each of them has a special offer on Travel Week. Each of them has an entire day dedicated to them, where when you book with these brands, you're going to get an offer that you will not see in market for some time. So I really encourage you to listen carefully, to pay attention, and get ready, because this is going to be a great event. Before we get going, though, we always like to talk a little bit of housekeeping. This is the internet, and we're still online as versus in person in many cases. So if you're having trouble, if the videos aren't playing, or if you've got some kind of technical issue, what we often find the very best thing you can do is just simply log out and log back in again, and that tends to work. If you'd like to adjust your view and see a little less of me and more of the slides, there's a little toggle right at the top that says View Options, and you can adjust things there. Now, most importantly, I think, in terms of housekeeping, is that this is an interactive event. We have experts from AMA, from Carnival, and from Norwegian standing by, and from our own teams, ready to help you with all your travel questions, and you can simply add those into the Q&A down below, and an expert will get back to you. And just on the off chance that we don't get back to you, please rest assured that we're doing our best to hit all the questions, and usually we get to them all. But if we don't get yours, your Expedia Cruises vacation consultant is literally the expert in your own backyard that's there to help you with everything you need for getting back out there into the world of travel, and we hope onto a river or an ocean cruise. And lastly, this event, we do record them, so please know that we are recording, and that within 24 hours, you'll get that information that you can watch again. And if you like what you see, we'd love it if you'd forward on to a friend you'd like to invite to come along with you on a trip. So let's get going. Next up, we want to tell you a little bit about us. We are Expedia Cruises, air, land, and sea vacation experts. We have been in business for well over 30 years and are excited about the return of travel. One of the things we like to ensure everybody knows in the short run is that over the pandemic, we actually took some time to work on our business. And one of the things we do, or did, if you knew us as Expedia Cruise Ship Centers, we're pleased to present to you our new clean and lean brand, Expedia Cruises. We like to say we're saying more with less, but rest assured, however you like to book in the modern day, whether it's online, in person, in store, through an event like this, over the phone, our vacation consultants right in your communities are here to help, and they're experts. They're experts who've been there, and experts that are passionate about what they do. And not only are they experts, but they're members of the community. And what I always like to remind people is these are businesses in your community. And I think we've learned a lot during the pandemic about just how important local business is. And I can tell you, travel didn't get any simpler coming out of this, and that you're going to have questions, and our people are at the front lines. They know exactly what's going on, supplier by supplier, and we really encourage you to reach out to them when you have questions. And just before I get into our service promise, I'll remind you that what's great about our local operators is that not only are they members of the community, but they're selling travel to people in their community all the time, which means if you are going to Barcelona, for example, from Arizona, people in Arizona, in our location there, are going to know the very best routes to Barcelona. They're going to know the airlines that go there. They're going to be able to get you there in the most seamless way. So there's all kinds of great reasons for working with us. Here's a few more. We like to say that we're navigators of spectacular vacation experiences. And what does that mean? That means if you work with us, we're going to get you on a trip that's better than what you could have done on your own. And we think better than you might have even known was possible. And that's because we have experienced experts that are with you every step of the way, before, during, and after your trip. They're passionate travelers who've been to many of these destinations, have traveled on these trips, on these brands, on these cruise lines, and on all kinds of different adventures, be it by air, land, or sea. And we're here to help. And naturally, as part of one of the world's leading travel companies, we get you the best choice and price. We get you extras through our advanced buying programs. And we like to remind you before we get going is it's not just about the cruise. That cruise is the heart of what we do, and it's in our name. But we are a full service leisure travel agency that can get you from door to door. And when you're not cruising, we can get you to places like Las Vegas and Africa and everywhere in between. So let's get on with the show here. We've got a cruise for you today. As I said, 3 of our very, very favorite and top suppliers are with us today. And let's get right into it and introduce our panelists. Here they are. So from Carnival Cruise Lines, I'm pleased to welcome Janet Weigert, Vice President of Strategic Partnerships, and Aaron Douglas, the Senior Director of Strategic Partnerships, both with Carnival Cruise Lines. Alex Pinello is joining us. He's the Vice President of Sales from AMA Waterways. And we have Frank Medina, the Vice President of Key Account Sales for Norwegian Cruise Line, and Kayla Corbett, the Senior Manager of Strategic Partnerships. Kayla, I think I'm getting your name right this time. So welcome, everyone. And I think in the interest of time and in the excitement about getting back into travel, let's begin with the fun one. Carnival Cruise Line welcomed a brand new ship only Friday, which was so exciting. This is one of the first real events going on in the industry. And from Carnival, Janet and Aaron will come on now and tell you all about what's happening with Carnival Cruise Lines and the return to the seas.
Thank you, John. I was having a little trouble with my video, so bear with me a second here.
We can hear you great.
There we go. At least you can hear me, so that's great news. So hi, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us today. It is so nice to be talking about cruising again, specifically about Carnival cruising. And obviously, we are really excited because today, we officially announced our restart of cruising. So it's a good day to be talking about cruise. So we're excited. Priscilla, if you want to move that to the next slide, I'm going to tell you all just a little bit about our company. We really are America's cruise line. We are committed to the North American market. Wherever you live, there's a very good chance that there's a Carnival ship not too far from you. We are all over every coast in the United States. And so it's easy to get to where we are. I want to tell you that one of the things that we really understand at Carnival is we understand how incredibly important your vacation time is and how valuable it is. And I think one thing we've all learned in the last 15 months is, vacations are critical. So we pay attention to that. And we want to make sure when you come on board our ship that you're going to have a great time. And we're really all about having a fun vacation experience. We recognize, though, that fun means different things for different people. So some people like to be right in the heart of the action. Some people like to be next to it and enjoying watching it. And some other people are right in between. So whatever your idea of fun is, you're going to find that on board a Carnival ship. And the other thing that's great about a Carnival ship is it's going to come at a great value. That's really important to us. We have families that travel with us, and we recognize that budget is important. So we make sure that almost everything is included in the cost of your cruise. I'm going to take you on a quick overview of our product. I'm going to show you a little video. So Priscilla, if you want to move on to that, and then we'll give you a few more updates.
We at Carnival believe fun is a choice, but it isn't always an easy one. We get it. You've got stuff going on. Work stuff, life stuff, stressy stuff. Fortunately, we created an escape from all that stuff. 45 years ago, a man set out with a secondhand ship and a belief. Cruising should be accessible to everyone, because we all need more fun. A belief passed down from father to son, ship to ship. That's why fun is in our DNA, our very makeup. tirelessly tested again and again, day and night. Fun isn't always a nice to have, it's a necessity. It makes you a better person, a better parent, a better friend. It helps you live your best life. So, carpe that diem. Sure, you might look a little silly doing it, but holy sea cow, doesn't it feel so freeing? This is how lives are meant to be lived. And look, we know fun's relative. His fun is different from her fun, is different from theirs, it's different from yours. Maybe your fun is flying down a giant water slide, or racing through the sky, or simply taking a moment to let out a deep nice, right? But here's the thing, fun doesn't just happen. You have to want it. You have to opt in. You've got to grab fun when it floats your way. After 45 years and 80 million guests, we still believe one thing. Fun is a choice. We're here to make it an easy one. So let's do this. Carnival. Choose fun.
So perfect. If you guys are ready for fun, then let's get cruising. As Janet said, that we have departure ports from every coast in the US. We have 14 year-round and seasonal ports from every coast. That makes it very easy and accessible. I think about 50% of the population in the US is within about a 5 to 6 hour drive. And in current times, that also makes it very convenient for people to get to their vacation spot. Janet had mentioned recently that we're going to restart cruising, and our restart port is going to be Galveston, Texas. So we'll have the Vista that'll be sailing from Galveston July 3rd, and she'll be followed by the Breeze July 15th. So if you haven't already booked your cruise and you're waiting, no time like the present. So we'll move on to the next slide, because I want to tell you a little bit about some of the great destinations that we go to when you cruise. Looking at the Caribbean, Cozumel has always been a huge staple for us in our Western Caribbean itineraries. And one of the things that we love about it so much is there's so much variety when you get there and so many things to do. Where we park our ships is within minutes to the San Miguel Seaport shops, and also a very quick taxi ride to white sugary sand beaches of the national park. There's many excursions, restaurants, lots of variety. Amber Cove is a newer destination for us, and right now one of the hottest destinations in the Caribbean. It's in the north coast of the Dominican Republic, and it's only about 5 minutes from the beach village of Puerto Plata. So when you get there, you can literally walk off, grab a taxi, and go into town if that's how you want to spend the day. There's a huge variety of shore excursions that are available. But look at that picture. There's such a wide array of things to do while you're at Amber Cove. There's huge pools, swim up bars, zip lining. And if you want a little bit of alone time or you want to social distance a bit, we have cabanas that you can rent and overwater bungalows. So lots to do there. But if white sugary sand beaches are your thing, Grand Turk is one of my favorite. Reason being is when I get off the ship, I can literally walk to most of the things that I want to do. I can walk to that beach that you see in the picture right there. If I get hungry, there's a great array of options for food, and one of my favorites, Jimmy Buffett's Margaritaville. And there's always fun music and things going on there. And again, here are lots of great excursions that you can do. Now, I saved, in my opinion, the best for last, and that's Half Moon Cay. So Half Moon Cay is our little gem, and she has been voted Best Private Island by Porthole Magazine for 20 years in a row. And just look at that picture, you can see why. So whatever it is that you want to do, again, here you have a lot of options. One of the best features is just sitting on that beautiful beach and taking in the view. But if you want to go in the water, beautiful crystal clear water that you can wade out to for quite a bit. But there's a lot of other options there too. You can ride horses on land or in sea. There's some great dining options, the Tropical Grill, the Lobster Shack. And here too, we have nice cabanas that you can rent or luxury 2-story villas. So a lot of options there with all of these great destinations that we offer on our Caribbean itineraries. So we'll move on to the next slide because I want to tell you about the Mardi Gras. And I got the chance to go last Friday, June 4th, and visit her, actually with some of the Expedia Cruise vacation consultants. So they have firsthand information. And let me tell you, she's a beauty. Can't wait to get on her. So she's going to home port in Port Canaveral, and she will alternate between Western and Eastern Caribbean itineraries. But she brings a lot of firsts to Carnival as a company. So she's going to be the first Excel class ship in that fleet, and she's our first ship that is LNG powered. She's got a wide array of new stateroom designs. So if you feel like I've traveled with Carnival a lot, I kind of know what to expect, with this one, you want to take some time and go through the options with your vacation consultant. Some of the rooms are amazing. And although we couldn't actually go on and see her, from the back of the ship, I could see all the new Excel suites, and they look phenomenal. And some of them are quite vast in their size. So they even have full living rooms. They have outdoor areas for alfresco dining, your own personal hot tub, showers. Your options are endless. And then, of course, the thing that everyone is really talking about and the most exciting is the Bold roller coaster. So this is going to be the first ever roller coaster at sea. And I'm not sure if you're aware, but it's like motorcycle style machine. So you're riding around and you control the speed that you go at. The track is a pretty good size because I saw it, and with a nice loop, and you get 360-degree ocean views while you're on it. It's going to be fabulous. And for all of you foodies, she's got 6 different zones that are all themed, and all of them have amazing dining options and entertainment options. So you'll be exploring her for a while. And one of my favorites is Emerald's Bistro 1396. So this is Emerald Lagasse's first restaurant at sea. And I got a sneak peek at the menu. It looks phenomenal. So all those Cajun favorites that he's famous for, the fried oysters, there's going to be duck and sausage gumbo, po' boy sandwiches, banana Foster's crepes for dessert, just to name a few. I'm a foodie, if you can't tell. So I have a quick little video that will give you a little bit of an introduction to the Mardi Gras, so we can get a sneak peek at her. So Priscilla, if you don't mind sharing that.
Well, I have to say, I'm so excited about Mardi Gras, and I'm sure after seeing that video, you guys are too, especially those of you that are cruising. But here's the big news. She's not the only one. We have a second ship in this class called the Carnival Celebration. Now, next year, 2022, is a big year for us at Carnival. Next year, we celebrate in March. We celebrate our 50th anniversary. And we have some great events planned around that all year long. But the most amazing thing, at the end of the year in November 2022, we will be introducing, as part of that celebration, the Carnival Celebration. Like her sister ship, the Mardi Gras, she will have 6 different themes, 6 different zones, excuse me, with all kinds of bars and restaurants, some of your favorites, some new. All the bells and whistles that you find on Mardi Gras, but some of her own as well, including that exciting Bolt roller coaster. She'll have that as well. So we are really, really excited that Mardi Gras is just the first Carnival celebration will be introduced next year. So we're thrilled about that. I would encourage you to grab your spot on this ship. If she's anywhere as popular as the Mardi Gras was, she will be tough to get a spot on. So jump on this one right away. She is, if it sounds familiar to you, the name, she is named after our ship that came out in 1987, the original Celebration. So we're using that name. We think with our 50th anniversary, it's so appropriate. So come on board. We're looking forward to having you on board. Priscilla, if you want to move to the next slide, I want to just say our time has been short here. but I really appreciate you learning a little bit more about Carnival. We're excited to be restarting cruise operations. We're looking forward to having all of you guys on board. So please come join us. We look forward to having you sail with us very, very soon. Thank you.
Thank you, Janet. That's just phenomenal. And thanks, Aaron. There is so much to look forward to. But here, right now, if you're watching your screen, is the thing that you should be waiting for. Travel Week starts tomorrow. June 9th is Carnival Day when it comes to cruising. So you need to write that down. If you're all about the fun and those new ships look good to you, sincerely, this is one of the best offers we've ever seen on Carnival. Early saver rates, which are their very best rates, with a 50% reduced deposit, 2-category upgrade, and up to $50 to spend on having more fun. So before I pass off to our next presenter, I'm just going to set a little context for everyone because I think it's really important. We are coming out of something the world has never seen before, and everyone's comfortable with the restart at their own personal pace. And some people are aggressive and some people are cautious, and that's 100% okay. We're all walking on our own journey here. But the thing you need to pay attention to is those people that are running out their front door are booking quickly. And it doesn't matter if you're in the United States where things are moving probably about 2 months ahead of Canada, you need to start to think about booking. And here's why. The ships will start soon. They will be sailing at a little bit less capacity than usual to start with, and there's going to be less of them, and there's going to be a lot of demand. So you don't want to miss out. For the Canadians at home, they're thinking, we can't travel yet. You will be able to travel. And what our concern is that if you don't get a deposit down on something while things are starting up and the Americans are booking everything, you may find yourself back on the road locally next year, which I know you don't want. So reach out to your vacation consultant. You don't need to wait till June 9th. You can do it now, get them taking notes, and get started. So let's get going with our next supplier and move right on over to our friends from AMA Waterways. Alex is a phenomenal speaker. He's led many events for us in the past, and he's going to take us on a journey with AMA Waterways into the heart of the river. So without further ado, Alex, straight over to you.
Sounds good. Thank you so much, John. And hello, everybody. Hello, Expedia Cruises Vacation Consultants and guests. I'm so excited to be here. Again, welcome to our short presentation introducing you to AMA Waterways, the heart of the river. And we really are so excited that we get to start doing what we do best, and that's show you the world one river at a time. But first, I want to start with a short video, so please enjoy this short video.
Step aboard a world of exceptional experiences, where your journey is our passion. Allow us to share villages that time forgot. Walk along cobblestone streets filled with the lights, paddle through historic town squares, and revel in moments that last a lifetime. When you step aboard AMA Waterways, each day brings a genuine smile that warms the heart. Every river a new culture that inspires. And each course a moment to savor and share. Experience these wonders and delights with AMA Waterways, the heart of the river.
We hope you enjoyed our video, but we're ready to welcome you on board and really start exceeding your expectations every step of the way. But first, I thought it would be important to introduce you to our owners, as we are a family-owned and operated business. The three owners very involved with our day-to-day operation. They're committed to delivering the best experience on the rivers. Of course, starting with Rudy Schreiner. He is our co-founder and president and is actually known as the godfather of river cruising. Why? Because he's been responsible for starting up most of the river cruise companies you know. And then, of course, in 2002, he, along with Christine Carson, the late Jimmy Murphy, decided to take river cruising to a whole new level, that we are so excited, so proud of, many times imitated but never duplicated. Here you also see Christine Karst, our co-founder and executive vice president, and of course, Gary Murphy, our co-owner and senior vice president of sales. Now, they have always run a very disciplined organization with conservative business practices. As a result, all of our beautiful 25 award-winning ships are debt-free, meaning we have no debt. You can really book us with confidence. Now, really on the next slide, we are so proud to have an award-winning fleet. And I want to start by saying the Berlitz Guide, who actually ranked over 230 river cruise ships, awarded AMA Waterways 10 out of their top 15 spots, including the top 3. Again, in addition, AMA Waterways ships are the highest rated ships. They're the highest rated river cruise ships and offer the luxury of personal space with expansive sun decks, with heated pools, whirlpools, walking tracks, shaded areas for lounges, and so much more. Of course, our beautiful main lounges offer panoramic views, as well for our guests. We actually carry fewer guests than many of our competitors, allowing to really provide more space, more amenities. We refer to it as a luxury of space, or the luxury of more. Here you see a beautiful image of our SA and SB suites on the AMA Magna. She is our flagship on the Danube, twice as big as the other ships sailing on the Danube, but only carrying 20% more guests, a total of 196, which is the same number of guests that some of our competitors put on their smaller ships. I will share more about the AMA Magna later on in the presentations, but we do offer personalized experiences for everyone, I must say. And you'll see here on the next slide that really one of the questions that we get often is, who is the right client for AMA Waterways? Who is your target audience? So now, of course, I want to talk about the ideal clientele that sails on AMA Waterways. Really, river cruising has come a long way. We have taken the experience to a whole new level, again, offering personalized experiences for just about everyone. We are the perfect vacation for, of course, those families, couples, gentle walkers, active adventure travelers, nature and garden lovers. That's really becoming popular these days. Girlfriends looking for that perfect getaway, food and wine enthusiasts, even solo travelers. Also, ocean cruisers. We're seeing a lot of ocean cruisers come to try river for the first time. We're also seeing our guests book longer journeys and either adding pre or post laying extension, or even booking back-to-back or combination cruises. We make it really easy for you to do so, offering you a 10% savings on each consecutive cruise that you book. Of course, over and above the great offer that we offer, or you'll get through Expedia Cruises. And really, it's for anyone looking to be pampered, to eat and sample award-winning cuisine, enjoy the incredible fine regional wines, while immersing yourself in the destination. We really like to say we take you through the country, sailing through the veins of Europe and stopping in the heart of the destination, of course, aboard our intimate river cruise ships. And the next slide here, we like to say the luxury of more. All of our onboard dining is included. Even our chef's table specialty restaurant. Some of our competitors on the rivers charge as much as $100 per person to dine in their specialty restaurant. Ours is included. We cater to any dietary restrictions you may have. And of course, you can always select healthy options, all locally sourced. Our food is fresh, never frozen. Many times you'll see our crew coming back to the ship carrying their bags with locally sourced items and ingredients for that day. Of course, beverages during meals are all included, which include unlimited fine local regional wines that change daily depending on the region we're sailing through. Of course, unlimited beer, soda during lunch and dinner, sparkling wine or champagne during your breakfast, along with fresh squeezed juices. We also have our daily sip and sail cocktail hour prior to dinner, where we serve unlimited drinks, including your favorite cocktails. Then we have our shore excursions. We include them all. Up to 6 different choices per day. We have options for gentle, regular, active guests, special interest, even biking and hiking options. We carry our own fleet of bicycles on board. We have multiple biking tours on each cruise, or you can actually just take the bike out on your own for a ride along the river banks. We also have certified wellness hosts on board who dedicate 100% of their time to the wellness program. They offer a wider range of exercise classes throughout the day in conjunction with our shore excursions, from yoga, Pilates, line dancing, core strengthening, dance, resisting band training, just to name a few. My favorite, champagne yoga. It's amazing. I love it. And then, of course, we have our complimentary fast speed internet access. We actually spend more money on our bandwidth, our Wi-Fi, than we did on our fuel. But it's very important for us and our guests. And our guests love to stay connected and share their experiences, with their family and friends back home. I have to say, on my first AMA Waterways cruise, which was a Melodies of the Danube, sailing from Budapest to Wilshafen, we boarded the ship on Wednesday, and by Saturday I realized we had not spent a penny on board. Just about everything is included. It was one of my first many aha moments. And here on the next slide, you'll see our beautiful award-winning AMA Magna, being twice as wide as our twin balcony ships in Europe, but again, only carrying 20% more guests, with 4 dining options, 5 bars and lounges, staterooms ranging from 205 square feet to 710 square feet. It's no wonder that Time magazine named her one of the greatest places in the world in 2019, the year she came out. She has her very own itinerary on the Danube, sailing from Budapest to Wilshafen, or the reverse. And again, truly the perfect option for those first-time river cruisers. The AMA Magna, along with the rest of our European fleet, have also been awarded a Green Award for our sustainability initiatives and environmentally friendly footprint protecting the rivers on which we cruise, something that we're very, very proud of. Here on the next slide, I want to touch on our dining. We are so proud of our culinary experience on board. We are members of La Chaîne de Rôtisserie, which is a French culinary society. You have to be invited to be a member. By doing so, you have to maintain certain standards in your culinary program, your quality of your food selection, not to mention the fact that everything is fresh, locally sourced, and never frozen. While most of our ships have 2 restaurants, the main restaurant and our specialty chef's table restaurant, the AMA Magna actually has 4 restaurants. As you can see here, they are all beautiful options and are really like specialty restaurants, all included in your cruise fare. Again, all onboard dining included. We have our main restaurant, we have our chef's table restaurant, which you'll find on most of our ships. Here you also see Jimmy's Wine Bar restaurant and our alfresco restaurant with panoramic views and retractable windows and ceilings. So again, for those foodies and culinary enthusiasts like me, you need to look no further. We are truly the perfect choice for your vacation on the river. Now, with the next slide, I want to touch on our health and safety protocols, and they have, again, we'll resume when we start sailing this summer. We successfully operated 4 months last year, cruising from July to November. So again, you can say that our team have truly perfected these protocols. While others were talking about their protocols, we were really putting ours to use and truly perfecting them. Of course, we remind all of our guests that all the details of our health and safety protocols, which include a pre-cruise health questionnaire, daily temperature checks, mask wearing while moving around the interior of the ship, will have to be respected. The masks for our guests, based on our experience last year, they were worn roughly 10 to 15 minutes per day, really when moving from point A to point B. Once you get to the lounge or the restaurant, you don't need to wear your mask. We truly encourage you to visit amawaterways.com travel updates for the latest travel updates and travel requirements by country, or better yet, reach out to your Expedia Cruises vacation consultant and they'll have all the details for you as well. On the next slide, you'll see our start of the season, which we're so proud of. We are starting in July. So we're starting in Portugal on the Douro River, July 3rd. And then, of course, here you see the rest of the dates, July 27 on the AMA Vida, also in Portugal. In France, we're sailing starting July 22nd on the AMA Lira, on the Seine River, and AMA Cristina on the Rhone. Then July 29th, the AMA Dolce in Bordeaux. And September 16th, AMA Cello on the Rhone as well. The Danube River will start July 21st with the AMA Magna. Then we have other dates as well as listed on the slide. I won't go through them. I won't go through each of them. But then, of course, on the Rhine River, we also have the start on July 29th on the AMA Siena. But again, you can contact your Expedia Cruises vacation consultant and they'll have all the details on these dates, all the wonderful promotions and incentives that you'll get, of course, by booking through them. Then, of course, on the next slide, many of you ask, which is the first or the best itinerary for the first-time river cruisers. And while all of our itineraries are great, and I highly recommend them all, I would have to say the Danube and Rhine are probably among the most popular for first-timers. And we have 20 unique itineraries on the Danube and the Rhine, but keep in mind, we also have itineraries, like I mentioned, in Portugal, France, Vietnam and Cambodia, and even Africa. But back to the Danube and Rhine, these two rivers are most popular. And like I said, the perfect option for you first-time river cruisers. Hopefully we have some first-time river cruisers on our call today, but hopefully we also have some repeat as well. So combination. But as you know, river cruising offers so many choices, and these rivers can be traveled over and over again and offer a completely different vacation experience every time. It also depends on the time of year. As we like to say, there are 4 seasons on the Danube and the Rhine. And again, you get to experience different unique experiences, and especially during the holidays with many of the popular Christmas markets that our guests truly, truly love. Here you can see Budapest in Hungary, which is a starting and ending point of many of our Danube itineraries. On the right, you'll see the Rhine Gorge with its crown jewels consisting of more than 40 castles lining its bank. And of course, don't forget about our pre and post land packages. And when you take an AMA Waterways pre and post land package, your cruise manager's with you every step of the way. Of course, we have vacation experiences in Africa. We have an amazing product, in Africa. You sail on the Zambezi Queen. She carries 28 guests, only 14 suites. And here you combine the Chobe River with safari, and you have 5 different choices to choose from. So you'll spend 4 days on the Zambezi Queen, or shall I say, chasing the wildlife. The only cruise that doesn't have a nautical. We follow the animals, and then of course you get to combine it with 4 different choices. Your 4-day cruise, 2 nights in Victoria Falls, and 5 different land programs. 2 of the 5 include 3 nights in Greater Kruger National Park. 1 offers the ultimate 7-night safari adventures in Tanzania. 1 features a Rovos Rail luxury train. You can also even add a 4-night Rwanda extension, and where you can enjoy the gorilla treks and monkeys. So wonderful, wonderful experience. And then of course we have the Amadalia on the Nile, brand new starting this September. 36 staterooms carrying 72 guests, an 11-night program, 3-night pre in Cairo, 7-night cruise on the Nile, round trip Luxor, and 1-night post in Cairo, staying at the Residence, 4 Seasons Residence Hotel overlooking the Nile River. Lots of wonderful pre and post. We have a 3-night pre in Dubai, a 4-night pre in Jordan, and a 4-night post in Jerusalem. And again, all of our extensions are always guided and guaranteed to operate on every departure, regardless of the amount. So your Expedia Cruises consultant will have all the information. But again, our story continues, and we want to help you create new memories, helping you fill the pages of your travel book 1 page at a time, showing you the world 1 river at a time. So thank you for your time today, and we look forward to seeing you on board in the very near future.
Thank you, Alex. That was just phenomenal. Oh, these pictures go by and it tugs at your heartstrings, reminds you of where you've been, and it certainly inspires me to get back out there and see some of these incredible places. Moving right along here, AMA Waterways Day is June 10th. So as I said before, take note, if AMA is your product and river cruising is your thing, you need to get in touch with your vacation consultant ASAP and start planning. That way they're all set to book you on June 10th. Looks like we're looking at $400 off per stateroom, a significant discount. And that's combinable with our Expedia exclusive staterooms program. And for those of you that don't know, our organization blocks thousands of staterooms on the most popular sailings up to a year in advance. So we're holding the best possible price. And these sailings often come with what we call Expedia Extras, extra amenities that we can offer to you that no one else can. So really worth having a look at. I will say before we switch gears that 2022 and 2023 are looking phenomenal for us as an organization. What that means is that consumers have already come along and booked a tremendous amount of product. And I can tell you the river cruising in general has been a bright shining star in our sales thus far. People are booking up to 400 days out and even further. I know AMA launched something incredible, which I think is a 7-week-long river cruise where you transfer ships. These things are flying off the shelf. So don't delay. I'm not saying book it today, book it on June 10th, but get in touch with your vacation consultant and start planning your next adventure on AMA Waterways. And now, moving on to our third presenter, Norwegian Cruise Line has got lots of exciting news in the last few weeks, and I won't spill the beans, but they too have launched what looks to be another innovative breakthrough on the oceans, and they're going to tell you about it today. So I'm going to welcome you to the Norwegian Cruise Line Feel Free presentation and pass the mic over to Kyla and Frank to take us away. Here we go.
All right. Hi, John. Hi, everyone. It's so great to be here with you all tonight. Thank you for giving us some of your time. And this is a great time to be planning your vacation with Expedia Cruises. All the travel consultants from Expedia are top-notch. So you guys are in good hands. So we're going to take you through some of our amazing destinations from around the globe. Then we'll talk to you a little bit about our fleet. And then we'll get into the Expedia Travel Week offers. So on that note, let me introduce my partner in crime, Kayla, who will take you through our amazing destinations. Kayla?
Hi, everybody. Okay, Priscilla, next slide, because we have so much to talk about in a little amount of time, and I want to make sure we crush it all. So Norwegian Cruise Line is sailing to all 7 continents. We're super excited to launch 8 ships by November of 2021. So for those of you who have been dying to travel the last year and a half, you can this year on a Norwegian cruise. These are just a snapshot of some of the destinations that we visit: Alaska, Hawaii, Caribbean, Asia, Australia, New Zealand, so much more. But just definitely a fabulous way to take a vacation with us. And we have so many awards and accolades to prove our success in all of these different destinations. So moving on to the next slide. We have a Norwegian specialty, I like to call it. We are the only cruise line that does 7-night round-trip sailings from Honolulu that gets you into 4 different Hawaiian islands on our beautiful Pride of America. She's U.S. flagged. This is such an amazing experience. When you go to Hawaii, you want to see all of these different islands. You don't want to be worried about island hopping on separate flights. You unpack once, get to see it all. And if you look at the map on the next slide, it will show you all of the different islands that you'll be able to see. So we do overnights in Maui and other destinations as well. This is just definitely a bucket list trip. And especially now being part of the United States, it's that exotic trip that you've always wanted to take, but never have quite gotten out that far west. So if you've been thinking about it, reward yourself, come explore the options on Norwegian Cruise Line. We promise you, you'll be glad you did. On to the next slide. Alaska. So we're so excited that we actually have a ship to launch in 2021. It will now be the Norwegian Encore, which will make our fleet the youngest sailing in Alaska this summer. This is a seasonally available product, so if you can't do it this summer, guess what? You can do it in summer 2022 as well. We have several other options on an expansion of our fleet. We do offer land tours for pre and post options as well, to be able to see Denali and Fairbanks, and all those great mountains up in the northern regions as well. Perfect for people who love adventure, wildlife, and just truly seeking extraordinary experiences. I've been privileged to actually spend 5.5 months working on board ships in Alaska, and I can tell you there is no better whale watching in my experience than going to Alaska. So definitely something, if you're into wildlife, make sure you put Alaska on your list. And here are 2 different snapshots of what we'll be doing this summer on Norwegian Encore. This is an Alaska-packed itinerary. So you have 1 day at sea to start, and then you hit Icy Strait Point all the way up to Skagway, Juneau, the glacier at Endicott Arm, and then down to Ketchikan before you conclude in Seattle, where both of our itineraries will be available round trip from Seattle, Washington. Europe. So another exciting destination for everybody who's been trying to explore Europe on a cruise and wasn't able to last summer. Now you can with Norwegian Cruise Line. We have our first sailing debuting July 25th, round trip from Athens on Norwegian Jade. This has been super popular because it's a port of call every single day. You get to a different Greek isle and get to explore all of the different destinations with a very port intensive trip. If you'd like to do a little bit of Dubrovnik, Croatia, and more of the Balkan coast there in the Adriatic Sea, we have an option on Norwegian Getaway, which are doing 10 and 11 night sailings round trip from Rome for somebody who has a little more time and wants to see a little bit of Italy as well. But seasonally available, we have so many different regions that we visit, whether it's Iceland, which has been very, very popular, the Adriatic, Mediterranean, Scandinavia and Russia, Northern Europe, and so much more. Again, this is great for people who love culture, architecture, fine cuisine, art, and always romantic, as we like to say as well. So next slide. Here are the options that we'll be doing this summer. As I mentioned, round trip from Athens. We have the first one on our left, which will be on Norwegian Jade. And as you can see, a very port intensive trip all over Greece. But this is a really great for somebody who's been really trying to see lots of different destinations. On the right-hand side, we have our sailing from Norwegian Epic, which begins September 5th of this year. And this is Italy and Spain, a round trip from Barcelona, something really special as well. These ships are incredible, have been revitalized, and are waiting for you to travel this summer. On to the next. So if you're looking for something a little more domestic, we have Great Stirrup Cay, as the Bahamians pronounce it. This is Norwegian's private destination within the Bahamas. Tons of activities, zip lining, jet skiing, kayaking, snorkeling. We now have nice private air-conditioned cabanas for those seeking a little bit of extra luxury on the island in our Silver Cove region, and just so much to do in this island-packed day. You'll see on the next slide, we have a brief video that shows our enhancements to Silver Cove, or sorry, I'm sorry, Great Stirrup Cay with the addition of Silver Cove in this video coming right up.
Wow, Kayla, I mean, seriously, with all those destinations, it's like, how do you know? How do you decide? Where do you go next? We always have these conundrums when we do our presentations and showing too much, but listen, with Norwegian Cruise Line, there's no wrong answer, whether it's Europe or Alaska or Hawaii, so much world to see that you can go wrong. So we'll go on to our next slide and just give you a quick brief update on our fleet. You know, award-winning, innovative, modern. We love creating these experiences on these magnificent vessels for all our guests to enjoy. So whether you're on the Dawn class or the Jewel class or Breakaway class, you're going to be extremely well taken care of. And on the next slide, we'll give you a little bit of an idea of what the freestyle experience is about. You know, there's no first or second dining. There's no regimented schedule. There's no dining times. It's, you know, you're free to do whatever you want. if you come back late from a shore excursion, you can relax and just take your time and shower and rest, and then go out for the night and find a great restaurant for dinner. You don't really have to have a reservation. You can just go, you know, at your own pace, at your own speed, and just enjoy the flexibility that you have. But, you know, we also know that we have some of those that are like strict about their planning process, and they need to know where they're going to be at every single time. Fine, you can make reservations for the week. You can enjoy, you know, the activities or the entertainment, and you can plan your whole cruise as much as you want or as little as you want. And on the next slide, we'll go a little bit into dining. We are, you know, almost perfecting our culinary offerings. You know, our president and chairman and CEO really has dedicated a lot of effort, focus, and investment on our dining options. So whether you're looking for a very upscale French experience in Le Bistro, or you like some fine, more modern, more sexy Italian dining experience, then, you know, our new, sorry about that, Onda by Escarpeta, we just launched that, and so apologies, I can't remember the name, but it's the Moderno, if you're looking for a Brazilian steakhouse, or Cagney's if you want more of an elevated steakhouse experience. We also have teppanyaki. There are up to 21 different dining experiences and restaurants that you can enjoy with NCL. So we'll go to the next slide, and we'll talk a little bit about activities. Who would love to do a racetrack on board a cruise ship in the open high seas? I mean, it's amazing, the racetracks that we have in many of our vessels. We have laser tag, which takes place out in the open deck as well. We have an incredible Galaxy Pavilion with all these amazing electronic and video games for the entire family to enjoy. There's a fitness center, there's a sports complex, you name it. Again, if you want to be really active on a Norwegian cruise, you really won't have enough time to rest, or if you just want to take your time and enjoy the spa and the relaxation, then by all means, you'll have that choice as well. And then on the next slide, we'll talk a little bit about entertainment. I think this is probably one of my favorite parts of a Norwegian cruise. I'm really into the West End shows or the Broadway shows, and we really do a magnificent job in recreating the actual shows that play in Broadway with similar stars, with the same casts. We go above and beyond to make sure that these productions are as close to Broadway as you can get. So if you enjoy Footloose, Kinky Boots, here we see the Jersey Boys, you're gonna sit through an entire Broadway show, not just clips or bits and pieces, but an entire production. So the quality of it is amazing, and it's really gonna make your vacation experience like blown away, next level stuff. We have dinner shows, we have live music, and we have a lot of things happening around the ship so that you can enjoy your entire vacation. And so here we are, Prima Class. Let me introduce you to our brand new baby that's coming in the summer of 2022. If you go to the next slide, we are designing 6 new state-of-the-art, magnificent, upscale premium floating resorts, as I like to call them, for you all to enjoy starting in August of 2022, with 1 new ship entering into service every single year after that until 2029. Introducing, first for NCL, a food hall, glass bridges, so you actually feel like you're walking on water. We have infinity pools, and we have outdoor sculpture gardens that are beautiful. You're gonna enjoy everything about our Norwegian Prima and the Prima Class that's fast approaching. So I recommend that you start looking at this and making your reservations for next year and beyond. And then on the next slide, here are some of the images that you can expect from the experience of Norwegian Prima. There's the owner suites with an incredible hot tub outside on your veranda. There's the concourse, which is this new walkway full of art for everybody to enjoy. And then you can see a couple of the suites down here on the left-hand side, and Anda by Scarpetta with indoor and outdoor dining. You know, that's another thing that we've made sure that we continue On the Prima class, the outdoor space is going to be almost twice the size of our Breakaway Plus class ships. So a lot of open spaces, a lot of flexibility, a lot of places to really enjoy the time away, the time with your family, with your friends, or as a couple on board one of our fabulous ships. And on that note, I'm going to hand it back over to Kayla so she can tell us about the Travel Week offers.
All right, next slide, Priscilla. We want to get straight to the money, right? So we have right now 30% off all cruises. You can take all 5 free offers, including free open bar. That also includes free Wi-Fi, free shore excursions, etc. And then combine that with free air for the second guest, which also helps bundle all of that together and make it one rich package. But wait, there's more. If you go to the next slide, you'll see our Expedia Travel Week offer is an exclusive shore excursion credit. So get an extra $50 per port to use for shore excursions, so you can upgrade to those really fabulous trips. And then on top of that, you can also score an additional $200 in onboard credit if you book a balcony or a haven or suite complex. So depending on which stateroom you choose, the offers are really stackable, combinable, and definitely a time to capture those savings. So we definitely take advantage of that during Expedia Travel Week.
And back to John.
Thank you both so much. My goodness, we are flying here, folks. And if the entire group of presenters today feels a little wired or a little riled up, it's because we are. We are so excited for the travel industry, for all kinds of travel, and in particular cruising to resume. And so that's where our enthusiasm is coming from. And quite frankly, because of the spectacular offers that we have for you and the one-day deals that they are. So Kayla's done a great job of giving you the overview of the Norwegian offer. It's June 11th. Incredible. And you know, when I'm looking at it, quite frankly, a little bit tricky. There's a whole bunch to it. And this is why this is where we come in. Our vacation consultants, be it Carnival, AMA, or Norwegian, are here to help you sort through the barrage of offers that you'll find out there across different cruises, and really help you understand what matters to you. Because I hear from people say, you know, John, it's all well and good that you get a drink package, but we don't drink, so we don't think we need that offer. Or perhaps you like to stay on board more than get off the ship and you're not into touring. It doesn't matter. We will help you find the most spectacular value on whatever it is you need. So let's shift gears now, and I'll do one final thanks to our presenters. I'll welcome them back. And for those of you that have to go, thank you so kindly for spending some time with us today. The next 5 or 7 minutes, we're just going to go through a little bit of Q&A about some restart quandaries that we have from our partners, because as I said, we're excited around here and we can't wait to get back out there. And if you are too, hang in for a few more minutes and we'll get you some more interesting facts. And if you need to go, please ensure you reach out to your vacation consultant and get the information you need to make the next step. So let's come back on, everybody, and we'll get right into it. I'm going to do a bit of a roundtable. And really, what I like to do is just sort of work my way around the group. And I think we'll work backwards in order of how we presented today. So the first question I wanted to ask, and I'll put it out to the folks in Norwegian. You've covered a bit of it, but specifically, what would you like consumers to know about your restart plan? When can we start sailing with Norwegian?
We can start sailing July 25th, John. That's our first sailing from Athens on Norwegian Jade. We have a series of ships that will be launching. As I mentioned, we have 8 coming out between July and November. So really, which month do you want to sail and to which destination? Just to kind of give a brief summary and a recap. So July, we have the Jade for one sailing, and then she's pretty much all into August. As August opens up, we just announced today, actually, that Norwegian Gem will be sailing on August 15th from Miami, a Caribbean cruise from the US. We've all been waiting for it. We're so excited. We also have Norwegian Encore, which will be sailing from Seattle to Alaska. As we move on to September, we have Norwegian Breakaway in New York City from September 26th, which will be doing 7-night Bermuda cruises. We then have Norwegian Epic, as I mentioned, in Europe, September 5th start for 7 nights out of Barcelona. As we branch off into October, we're at Norwegian Bliss for 7 nights from Los Angeles in the Mexican Riviera. And then lastly, in November, we have Norwegian Escape, which will be 7-night Eastern Caribbean cruises from Port Canaveral beginning November 13th.
Phenomenal. There's so much going on. And, we've all been hanging, waiting for this information. And now I just feel like it's like a fire hose. There's so many dates and ships and times and places happening, but it's all good news. So thank you. I think, when you think about it, it's how we always plan travel. You need to figure out where you'd like to go, what kind of vacation you'd like. And it sounds like there's lots for everyone. Alex, I think it's Portugal, but let us know how, give us a little recap on AMA's restart plans.
Absolutely. You're absolutely right. It's July 3rd in Portugal on the Amaduro, then followed by July 27th on the Amavita. Then if I can highlight France, it'll start July 22nd on Amalira, and then on Ama Cristina on the Rhone. Amalira will be on the Seine. July 29th, Ama Dolce in Bordeaux. And just announced today, John, September 16th, Amacello on the Rhone will start up. Then on the Danube River, July 21st on the Ama Magna, August 15th on Ama Bella, August 16th on Ama Lea, August 21st Ama Certo, August 29th Ama Verde, September 6th Ama Viola, and September 11th Ama Sonata. And then on the Rhine, July 29th Ama Siena, August 5th Ama Mora, August 14th Ama Serena and Ama Lucia, and August 24th Ama Prima. But reach out to your Expedia Cruises vacation consultants. They have all this information. They are the true experts. You are in great hands with them.
Thank you, Alex. It's so exciting. That's less than a month away. All right. Our friends at Carnival. It's so exciting to see things firing up back from North America and to have the go ahead. Tell us what Carnival's first ship will be and all the ones after that too.
Yeah, and obviously North America has been the last to return, but we are thrilled that we were able to confirm today our restart from Galveston, Texas on July 3rd with the Carnival Vista. And then on July 15th with the Carnival Breeze. So we're restarting out of Galveston. At July 27th, we are actually going to have an Alaska season. So the Carnival Miracle will be in Alaska. So if you still wanted to go to Alaska, this is a great time to go. And then the Carnival Horizon is scheduled to start out of Miami, and we will be announcing more information on that prior to the end of this week. So that is coming soon. And then as we launch those ships, we'll be announcing more in the coming weeks.
Phenomenal. It's so exciting. And I think when I listen, I'm thinking with my American hat on and my Canadian hat on. The Canadian me wants to burst across the border and go to Alaska or go to the Caribbean or something this summer. But for those of us in Canada, we are what we think a couple months behind the US in our ability to get moving. Things are picking up pace every day, and for the most part in most places, and hopefully you're not in a tough place, but things are getting better. And so what I would encourage you is to think about it by September or October, if that's when you'd like to get moving. You do have the opportunity to take a look at that now. But I think the most important thing you can do again is talk to us and let us help you find your way. And we haven't talked much about it today, and I won't ask the question, but I'll remind that every one of our partners here have evolved. And this is, we talk about the silver linings of this whole event that we've all lived through. And the cruise lines have stepped forward and the river lines with flexibility and policies that allow you to evolve your booking if for some reason you can't travel. They're a little different for every sailing and every cruise line, but be certain to ask your vacation consultant so that you know the terms of your booking and you're in a position to, if for some unforeseen circumstance occurs, move it around and just go earlier or go later. It all depends on how things work out. So I'm going to put one more question out to our panel, and this is really because you are such experienced travelers. I'm pretty certain we've all gone a few places together over the years. Frank, when I was listening to the talk of Norwegian's incredible Great Stirrup Key, Alex, Ama's food, and Carnival, my goodness, we've had so much fun. And to think you guys are adding Emerald is amazing. He's one of my favorites. So one by one, and I'll start with Frank quickly. As people are getting ready to cruise again, what's your go-to tip that you offer people that when you're telling them or when they're asking you, what's a hot tip for cruising?
Right. John, I always go back to that balcony stateroom to have, I highly recommend this. this feature, because a lot of people either they book quickly or they say, I'm not going to spend a lot of time in my stateroom, so I don't really need a lot. And I go, no, wait a minute. Listen, you really have to think this through. This is your vacation. There's nothing like enjoying your balcony. You think you're not going to have enough time in your stateroom, but when you actually have this feature that you can sit outside, you can look at the ocean, you can enjoy the breeze. Believe you me that it's going to make a huge difference. It's going to take your vacation really to that next level. Don't skim, don't try to save on the category of stateroom. Balcony stateroom or above, highly recommended. You will thank me when you come back.
Fantastic. Alex, what can you offer us for a hot tip on river cruising? You're muted, my friend. Gotta unmute.
Absolutely. I would say book your river cruise with a travel partner. Contact your Expedia Cruises vacation consultant. They're the travel experts. Again, I would always encourage you, and they will as well, when booking a cruise, always take advantage of our pre and post land extensions. They truly just add so much to the cruise. And when you do one of those on AMA Waterways, your cruise manager will be with you on land as well as on the cruise. So take advantage of those wonderful, wonderful land extensions, of course, through your Expedia Cruises vacation consultant.
Fantastic. My friends at Carnival, what can you offer consumers? One hot tip for getting back out on the high seas?
I have to give you two,
Okay.
because we mentioned earlier that, we all in the last 15 months have learned to really appreciate how valuable those vacations are. So when you go, make sure that you just appreciate every moment and just make the most of your time. And second, to echo Alex, it is so important. And we have learned over the last 15 months how really, truly critical having a good travel advisor is. And there is nobody better than the vacation consultants at Expedia Cruises. So they are like the best doctor you ever had, and they will make sure that you have a great vacation, and they will find you that great vacation at a great value. So use a travel consultant at Expedia Cruises. Now, John, you're on mute.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I try to keep the ambient noise down. And we couldn't have gotten through. Has anyone gotten through a presentation in the last 18 months without saying you're on mute once? I don't know. It's gonna become a meme, I'm sure of it. Thank you so much, everyone. We truly value your time and your partnership and appreciate you sharing all that you have to offer with the folks today. We've had a wonderful time. We wish you well. On behalf of everyone, our 5,000 vacation consultants in over 300 locations right across North America. Travel Week is on this week, and it's not just cruises that are on sale. There's all kinds of things on sale. So definitely reach out and get ready. And if you've got dreams that evolve beyond just cruising, we've got some exciting events coming up in the coming weeks. June 24th, we're going to Africa together on a virtual safari, and we'll have all kinds of information about traveling to Africa. And then we've got the best of the luxury cruise lines coming online on July 29th. So that's all we have for you today. We again value you as our customers. We thank you for sticking with us through what's been a really tough time for all of us, but the sun is out and the light at the end of the tunnel is bright, and we will all be traveling again soon. So with that, well, thank you for coming tonight and wish you a very good evening. Thank you.
Everyone.
Thank you, everybody. Bye-bye.